Hello, hockey fans. Welcome back. Today is Monday, May 2nd, 2022, and my goodness, we just got done with our first slate of games for the Stanley Cup playoffs, and wow, we had some good ones, some blowouts. A little disappointing for us Oilers fans, but that's okay. It's only game one, but without further ado, let's get into the daily agenda for today, shall we? All right, so it is May 2nd, 2022. We are going to jump into scores and playoff reactions today. Going to be a little bit of a shorter video for you. We are going to react to all those interesting games, check out some of the scores, etc. Then we are going to move on to another article deep dive. This one is going to be from The Athletic again. Another really interesting piece. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but we had an EBUG sighting this weekend. For those who are not familiar, it is an emergency backup goaltender. That is something very, I feel like it's very exclusive to hockey, so we do want to dive into that, the legend Tom Hodges, so I want to go into that article by Eric Stevens. He did a really wonderful job. I want to share that with you guys. So that will be the video for today, so we're going to hop in. Let's go ahead. Scores and playoff reactions. All right, so as you can see, we did have 4 games on the docket tonight. First glance, few blowouts in there, right? 5-1, 5-0, 4-0, and then last but not least, 4-3. Oh, gosh, that gets me. But let's go ahead. Let's start with Hurricanes-Bruins. Overall, 5-1, a little tough for us Bruins fans out there, for you guys. But, it's okay. It's only game 1, right? Hurricanes, man, you guys look good. I will admit the score line maybe is a little misleading. 5-1, maybe 3-1 would have been fair, but yeah, it was Carolina had the game, so it's okay. Game 2, Bruins, bring it. Canes, man, you guys look good though. So keep doing what you're doing. Ranta, man, he looked great in goal. If you guys can get goaltending like that throughout the series without Anderson, you should do well. So very excited. Good game, and those jerseys, man, those sweaters were fire. Canes, man, I love those black sweaters. Moving on to the Maple Leafs Lightning. This game, I tell you what, probably my surprise of the night. Repping the Maple Leafs jersey tonight. 5-0, 5-0. What happened here? Lightning, they were my pick. I picked the Lightning to win this series in 6 games. I did not expect this. 5-0. That's tough. Victor Hedman was swimming on the ice at one point. But Maple Leaf fans, man, you guys should be excited. If you guys play like this the rest of the way, you guys are going to do some damage, probably go far. This was exciting. Matthews, did get a goal in there. Marner, Matthews got a couple actually. So yeah, that's exciting. Good for you, Maple Leafs fans. I know you guys have been through a lot. I'm sure no one's believing yet. Just one game, right? We're not going to overreact, but still, that's a really good sign. Lightning fans, I don't know, you guys. It's interesting. Your power play is one of the funnest to watch. I sit there and Braden Point, it never fails. He always ends up wide open in the slot, and I always just wonder how. But good for you guys. But didn't translate to any goals tonight. Maybe game 2, but not game 1. So 5-0. Maple Leafs take a 1-0 lead in the series. Moving on to the other blowout of the evening. Again, 3-0 probably would have been a little more fair. Wild fans, I see you guys a little upset with the refs on Twitter. The officiating. It's going to happen. Overall, aside from that game, officiating I didn't feel was too bad. McDavid got a call on him. Yeah, it was okay. Officiating is what it is, right? It's part of the game. But for the game itself, the Wild and Blues do come out on top, as I said, 4-0. Perron, man, he had an awesome Superman goal. That one, definitely recommend if you can catch that one. That one's really cool. Wild, I don't know what to think. Maybe you're just a little jazzed up. Game 1 again. The Blues are good. Don't get me wrong. If they're playing really well, then this can happen. Wild, we got to be better, absolutely. Make me look better too. I actually suggested to my brother that this is who he should follow. Oilers all the way, baby. But he's a Vikings fan for football. Figure let's give him some consistency. The Wild, I dig the Wild. So a little disappointing, absolutely, again, but hey, just game one, it's okay. Again, that's the theme of the evening, game one. Right, last but not least, we've got the Kings and Oilers, game of the evening for myself, hence the reason the video is coming a little late. Had to make sure I could catch the end of it. We are 4-3 losers tonight, unfortunately. That's okay though. Game one. Overall, this is gonna be a tough series. I know in my predictions, I did go with the Oilers in 4. So oops, no, not gonna happen. But that was more wishful thinking. The eternal optimist in me. But, in reality, this is probably going to be a bit of a bloodbath in regards to the series. It may go 7. Oilers been, so up and down. I don't know. I saw The Athletic, I think it was Dom, had them 68% chance to win. Felt a little high. Kings aren't that bad. I don't know. Maybe everyone's got a weird sour taste in their mouths from previous seasons, but Kings have looked good. They have their young line too. Tell you what, Byfield is someone that if I could steal one player from the Kings, it might be him for the future. But yeah, so overall, one game. That's it. Got another game on Wednesday. We're going to do better. So here we go. Scores and playoff reactions. That is day 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's in the books. Day 2 tomorrow, game 1 of the Western Conference series. So we'll be back. We'll take a gander at those as well. But moving on to probably my favorite part, again, as I always say, our article of the day. We're going to dive deep into something out there in the hockey news world. Today we're coming to you, we're bringing you The Athletic again. Emergency goalie's big moment. Tom Hodges sells insurance, then joins the Ducks to face stars. This one is by Eric Stevens, talented, amazing writer for The Athletic. They tend to have those, don't they? But here we go. Let's dive right in. So the article itself, again, is entitled Emergency Goalie's Big Moment. Tom Hodges sells insurance, then joins the Ducks to face the stars, by Eric Stevens. And before we jump into it, the article itself is essentially giving a background on Tom Hodges, the EBUG for the Anaheim Ducks, essentially in this game, Dallas Stars and the Americans in the AHL. But he suited up for the Ducks over the weekend. He was forced to due to injury. John Gibson ended up leaving the game, I believe, second period, didn't come out for the second, and Stolars couldn't come out for the third. Hodges even let it slip that Stolars couldn't even walk at the end of the game. So the legend himself, Tom Hodges, comes through, suits up, and only gives up 1 goal. And this article goes through the background, goes through his backstory, tells us more about him. And I tell you what, first and foremost, let's get this out of the way. Tom Hodges is a legend. The things that this gentleman has overcome, and the things that he's doing now, and I mean, he got to live his dream. He got to play a game in the NHL. Man, the dude is a legend. Let's just lay that out right now. Yeah, Tom Hodges, legend. Write it down. Now, again, there's a lot of layers to this. Like Shrek said, their onion. We got our onion. There's layers, right? So, due to a childhood accident, Tom Hodges, he actually is partially blind in one eye. He does go in the article and explain that he got hit with a puck, and he doesn't know if that actually is the reason that he is partially blind in that eye, but I mean, it very well could be, right? And that's just another layer that he has to overcome. And you know what? His attitude on it is inspiring. He doesn't let it get in his way. He doesn't blame anyone for it. He's not upset about it. It's really amazing to read, and just gives you that warm feeling and just makes you want to be a better person. So again, Tom Hodges, the legend. But again, just speaks more to him as a human and as a person too. But his career, his day job, he's just like us, right? I have a 9 to 5. I would love to do this full time, maybe someday, but for now, I got to pay the bills too. So same with Tom Hodges. He sells insurance for his career, and he loves it. He says he would be an insurance agent the rest of his life, maybe move to corporate, but he also tutors goalies. Again, he loves the sport of hockey, and you know what? He's actually really good at it. So, good for him. Just, again, another layer. he did play at SMU. He did get to play in a game even. He played the last 10 minutes, and like I said, he does serve as the EBUG for the Americans and the Stars, and has done so for years. The interesting part of this is that COVID added another layer to this. Again, we mentioned the onion, and I promise I'll stop bringing that up, but this is another layer. COVID. Tom Hodges mentions that he normally would know all the players, he would know the coaches, he would know everyone, he would be a part of the group, but because of COVID, he was unable to really be around the team, and he said he hadn't even suited up, put pads on in 3 months. I mean, my goodness. And then the guy comes out and only gives up 1 goal. And again, right there, he only gives up 1 goal. On top of it, the coach didn't even know his name. Again, that layer that COVID brought up, he didn't get to interact with the team. The coach for the Ducks or the Stars, they didn't even know who the guy was. So very exciting for him, and just another layer to this excellent story. Eric Stevens just did an incredible job with it, and painting his picture and giving us a glimpse into his life. And I wish nothing but the best for Tom Hodges, the legend. Hopefully he gets a lot of publicity, a lot of really good things from this moment. Maybe he gets to EBUG again. I'm sure he's going to be signing that waiver and suiting up, but you never know, right? You never know. And so I want to leave this article, I want to leave you guys with this thought. This is the magic of hockey, right? Like, this is something very unique to this sport. I've been trying to rack my brain on it. I can't think of another sport where we have this sort of situation, right? Where essentially an amateur can come in and just play a game, sign a waiver, not get paid, not worry about anything, and you're good. But you got to live your dream for a moment. How many people would die for that chance to get to suit up for an NHL game? Plain jersey, no name, number 68, Tom Hodges. No name in the program, but number 1 in our hearts. Everyone's going to know that name. But let me know in the comments. Is there another sport that this could happen? I'm very curious. So please definitely let me know. So but yeah, that's going to be our article deep dive for the day. We did go through some playoff scores. Like I said, round 1 Stanley Cup playoffs did not disappoint. I look forward to day 2 tomorrow. A lot of exciting games again. We'll dive into another article. But please, if you liked or if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over on Twitter as well. I'm always talking hockey with someone at the HockeyFlow22. But yeah, until next time, cheers.